I will try to give you in detail the type of the speech, what is the basic structure of the speech, elements of a good speech, and with the step of speech crafting, we have the idea and the core message, how to structure when you have a core message, and what is the script writing, and lastly, we'll have the technique for an effective speech. So first, the component of a speech. What is a speech exactly? By Oxford Dictionary, it's defined that the speech is the expression of ability to express thoughts, feelings by articulate sound. Now, I have just one question for you. Is nonverbal communication considered articulate sound?
Yes.
That's something for you to think, yeah? So, this is the definition of the speech. So basically, we have 5 types of speech that generally we will see in the daily life or in the conference. Informative speech, with, for example, a student talking about research work. Demonstrative speech, just like Linh had just done, how to demo, how to make new beer. Entertaining speech, maybe like Tom have it done. Yeah? Persuasive speech, as Lan have done for today. And lastly, inspirational speech. It's something like to inspire people. For example, a doctor talking with the audience about saving lives and being helpful to everyone. So this is normally the 5 types of speech you will see. At first, you should identify your speech, fall into which type of speech, and then you will develop upon that. Of course, the specific purpose must be concise, attainable, and from the audience viewpoint. It's quite important. I'll talk a little bit more for the next time. Now, this is normally the basic structure of the speech. You have the opening, you have the body, and you have a conclusion. In the opening, you need to grab the audience attention and introduce your main topic or the core message. What do you want? Say, for example, Linh today, he says that today I will show you how to make a beer, and it's not that difficult. So this is introducing a main topic, how to make a beer, and grab audience attention. You think that is a complicated project, but it is not. Now the body of the speech, normally you express the main topic with maximum 3 points. Yeah? You have a sub-point. Each of the sub-point, you have the point, the reason and logic to support it, example and story, and you conclude that point. Now, for example, let me take, let's say, a line again. She opening with a core message that a modern way of a dad to teach a child, and there are 3 sub-points, and one of the sub-points will be like respecting your personality, and then she supported with the fact that her dad, even though more than 50 years old, still only have 50 t-shirts. So that kind of stuff we are talking about here. And lastly, for the conclusion, normally you read back or you revert again the comments, and then you inject your own so-called, I call it your own juice. You either you call for you inspire the audience, or you call for an action. Yeah. So what is the element of the good speech? And if you see today all of our speakers here, they have all of these 3. The speech itself, yeah, and then you, the deliverer or the speaker, and the audience, which is all of you staying here. The speech normally will have the message and the content. You, the speaker, is how you deliver it, how you express your unique views, and the audience, how you evoke the audience emotion, how you evoke their thought or actions. And of course, all of this we need to put into another element of the good speech, the environment itself. Now, the environment is the atmosphere environment and its context or situation or ambient. Now, let's say today is a very, very hot day, yeah, and you're talking about something long and dry, very technical stuff. Now, that would not be a good point. Or, if the audience have been sitting the whole day, just like today, for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I'm keep continuing talking all the word and all the thing, and this may not be good. Maybe you should tweak a little bit. So the environment is something that you cannot control, but the speech, you and the audience, is something you can get familiar with, or you can control or influence in some extent. Today, I will only talking about the speech. Maybe in the next series, we're talking about how to deliver and how to take to the audience as well. Now, speech crafting. What is an excellent speech should contain? Now, my belief is that they always should have a core message. What do you want your audience to perceive? Or what do you want the audience to think? What do you want the audience to act after hearing your speech? After they get out of that door, what do you want them to do? Either change their point of view, either do some action, or either just nod your head, that's all, I have a good time with the speaker. So normally, you're going to tell them what you're going to tell them. And you tell them with a supporting idea, emotion and logical, and injury telling with a higher level. All of this, you have a supporting point for this point. And I suggest that it's mostly the screen. Some of the technique would be using the story, experience, or the wow factor. And always have in mind the question that for the audience, what's in it for me, or what in it for them? What do they get? What do they get? Always keep that in the back of your speech. Now, how do you get the idea or conversation? It's one of the very common things that the new speaker or new Toastmaster gets stuck with, that I don't have any idea. I don't have any topic. How long is a lot of speeches and I don't know what to talk about. You can get your idea from personal experience or incident. It can pop out anytime. Some may be bathing, some may be doing something in the park, and some when driving or anywhere. The important thing is that you keep the topic or the speech in your head, then it can come out anytime. A last source of the ideas come from book, media, or newspaper, or research article, movie, anything around you. Just keep your objective or goal to speak in your mind. How to develop your idea? Once you have your idea, then you will need to focus on the objective of your speech and then the structure of it. Whether you are structured into the introduction, the body or conclusion, or other way, and you think about a supporting idea, you expand the idea to form a speech. Just need to keep close on the feedback from other. It's normal to give your speech to other person to have some feedback. You'll be surprised that the more angle or the viewpoint you have from others, the more rounded your speech will be, and the more apt that the audience will get. Always keep a notebook with you, and of course, my practice. Oh, that's it. No? Okay. This is one technique that I usually use to get out the nervousness. Is that you imagine yourself deliver the speech in your head to the audience. Many times. One time is okay. 10 times, 20 times. Well, that will get you more comfortable with the audience. How to structure your speech? Now, each speech purpose has a different way to structure. But the most common way is the basic structure. You have the opening, the body, and the conclusion. Remember that the whole speech should support the core message, and you can arrange it in the chronological way, cautious, comparative, topical, or problem solution. The best speech is speech written down, word by word. I really mean it. The best speech is the speech written down, word by word. Much speech structured with your paragraph, one paragraph to a point. Read the script out loud when you are writing it. When you finish it, read it out loud and feel the heat of that speech. Feel it, is it comfortable? If it is feel right to you or not. Yeah? You must the number of words which are speaking rate. Now typically we are speaking at about 50, 70, 80 words per minute. Because Toastmaster we have a time, So probably you once you rehearse your speak, you can match with that of your speaking rate. You can increase it or you can decrease it. So important thing is that read it out loud and then you can measure this and you can fit the time. Okay, just some technique. Develop a punchline as a core message. Make use of the storytelling. Storytelling is always very good example because it gets the audience, how do we say, remove their protective life and then enjoy the story with you. Make use of the contrast and twist or the wow factor, I would say. Make use of your own experience. Always your, if possible, in any case, use your own experience. Nothing inspire and persuade other people than your own experience because you did it. You did not say, or did not you copy it from somewhere else. You yourself did experience it, then people will be persuaded by it. And lastly, keep it simple, stupid. Or maybe, should I say, peace. As much as possible, use simple, straight, effective languages. So, time is really fast. I believe that is almost 10 minutes. And that is mostly what we have discussed about how to craft the speech. And the speech delivery will be in the next session. The 3P is always there. You make your perfect speech, excellent speech by practice, practice, and practice. In your speech, the key component should be voice. Voice, not only voice, tone, the rate, and the pitch of that. How do you say that? The body language, including the non-verbal, the style, uniquely yours. Nga style will be different from Queen style, will be different from Hip style, will be different from La Lang style, and different from Anh style. All of us have our own style. And the important is that do not copy others, be yourself. Then you see that how it affects the audience. Now that I'll reserve for the next. So basically, what I have done in a very short time is just an overview of how to write a speech. You need to identify a type of speech, and you have the idea of the basic structure design and how to craft a good speech. Develop your idea and structuring it. Important thing is just writing it down and some of the technique that could help you to be an effective speech. Now the timing is very short, so I'll just take one or two questions if you have any questions for me. No? Too fast?
Too good.
Too fast.
Too much.
Thanks. Yeah, really, we have a little bit of time, so it's just an overview. I promise that for the futures, I will be zooming into more detail in each session and very detailed on how you do it. Just for example, for opening, you have so many ways to open your speech. By putting a question, by twisting it, or by doing some unexpected action. Do you remember it? It is one way to catch the audience, yeah? And that is excellent way to catch the audience. Such kind of detail. I hope that in the next series, I have time to share with you more. Thank you very much.
Thank you for a very informative speech.